Intro. Ugh. Okay, besties, you are not ready for this one. I just finished a K-drama that hit me right in the feels, and honestly, I have so many thoughts I need to just spill. Today we are diving deep into Namib, the K-pop industry drama from 2025 that actually felt real. If you've ever dreamed of making it big or wondered what goes on behind the scenes, you are going to want to stick around. We're talking trainees, comebacks, unexpected mentors, and all the drama you can handle. Get ready, because this review is going to be juicy. Story overview. So, what is Namib even about? Imagine you've spent years training, sacrificing everything, dreaming of debuting as a K-pop idol. You're so close, you can taste it. Then, your agency decides you're not cut out for it and kicks you to the curb. That's exactly what happens to our main guy, Minjun. He's like, what am I supposed to do now? All his dreams are shattered. But just when he thinks it's over, fate throws him a curveball. He meets this super mysterious, kind of intimidating former entertainment CEO named Ms. Han. She's seen it all, done it all, and has this whole aura of don't mess with me. She sees something in Minjun, maybe that spark he thought was extinguished. Instead of telling him to go home, she decides to take him under her wing. It's not exactly a traditional mentorship though. It's more like she's throwing him into the deep end and making him swim. She's pushing him to find his own path, not necessarily to debut again the way he originally planned. It's all about rediscovering his passion and figuring out what stardom really means to him. Is it about fame, or is it about the music and the performance? This drama really explores that question. It's about second chances and finding your way when you feel completely lost. Romance and lead chemistry. Okay, let's talk about the romance in Namib. You guys know I live for good. The cinematography is also top-notch. There are these beautiful shots that capture the atmosphere of Seoul, especially at night. The lighting is often moody and atmospheric, which perfectly complements the dramatic storyline. Even the performance scenes, when they happen, are shot with this incredible energy. You feel like you're right there in the audience, experiencing the music and the stage presence. The overall visual style is very polished and modern, which makes the entire viewing experience really immersive. It's just a feast for the eyes, honestly. Emotional moments. This drama is an emotional roller coaster, no doubt about it. There were so many moments that had me tearing up or gasping out loud. One of the most heartbreaking scenes is when Minjun is packing up his locker at the agency after being kicked out. You see all his memories, his dreams, literally being thrown away. It's such a powerful visual representation of his shattered hopes. Another really impactful moment is when Ms. Han finally opens up about why she left the industry. You see the pain she's carried for years, and it makes you understand her so much better. There are also these smaller, quieter moments of emotional depth. Like when Minjun is practicing alone at night, pouring his heart into his music, and you can see the desperation and the love for what he does. Or when Ms. Han gives him a piece of advice that's laced with her own regrets. These scenes might not have big dramatic explosions, but they hit you deep because they're so real and relatable. You feel Minjun's frustration, his sadness, and his flicker of hope. You also feel Ms. Han's wisdom and her unspoken burdens. It's a masterclass in subtle emotional storytelling. Soundtrack or OST? Now, let's talk about the OST, because a K-drama about the music industry needs a killer soundtrack, right? Namib does not disappoint. The music is woven perfectly into the narrative, enhancing every scene. There are these powerful ballads that underscore the emotional moments, making you feel the characters' pain and longing even more intensely. And then, there are the upbeat, catchy tracks that get you hyped up, especially when Minjun is finding his groove again. You can tell a lot of thought went into selecting and composing these songs. The music isn't just background noise, it's an integral part of the storytelling. It reflects the characters' internal states and drives the plot forward. There's this one particular song that Minjun writes and performs, and it's just breathtaking. It encapsulates his journey, his struggles, and his newfound determination. It gave me chills. The OST really captures the essence of the K-pop world, with its highs and lows, its dreams and its disappointments. It's the kind of soundtrack you'll be adding to your playlist immediately after finishing the drama. My personal take. Okay, so my honest take on Namib. I think this drama really shines because it feels so authentic. It doesn't shy away from the harsh realities of the K-pop industry. It shows the immense pressure, the sacrifices, and the sheer luck involved in making it. The writers did a fantastic job of portraying Minjun's journey from despair to self-discovery. He's not just a one-dimensional character, you really feel his internal conflict and his growth. And Ms. Han, she's such a complex and compelling character. Her backstory adds so much depth to the narrative. The pacing felt pretty good for the most part. It balanced the intense emotional beats with moments of quiet reflection and character development. I also appreciated that it wasn't just about chasing fame. It was about finding personal fulfillment and redefining success on your own terms. The mentor-mentee relationship was the absolute heart of the story, and it was executed beautifully. I do think there were a couple of subplots that could have been explored a little more, but overall, the core message of resilience and self-belief really resonated with me. It's a drama that celebrates the journey, not just the destination. Spoiler section. Spoiler warning, proceed with caution. Alright, now for the tea. So, the major twist that really got me was the reveal about Ms. Han's past trainee. Turns out, the reason she's so determined to help Minjun and so wary of the industry is because she had a promising trainee, someone she saw as a daughter, who was tragically pushed out and her career ruined. This explains her fierce protectiveness over Minjun and her deep-seated cynicism about the big agencies. It adds this whole new layer to her character and her motivations. You realize she's not just mentoring Minjun out of professional interest, but out of a desire to prevent history from repeating itself. There was one scene that completely blew me away. It was when Minjun finally confronts the former CEO of his old agency. It's not a big fight, but it's incredibly powerful. He doesn't yell or scream. He speaks with this quiet conviction, laying bare the pain and the injustice he experienced. Ms. Han is there, watching him, and you can see the pride and the relief on her face. It's a moment of true empowerment for Minjun, where he reclaims his narrative and his dignity. It felt so cathartic to watch. The ending lands with a beautiful sense of bittersweet resolution. Minjun doesn't necessarily debut with a massive agency in the way he once dreamed. Instead, he and Ms. Han decide to build something of their own, focusing on genuine artistry and meaningful connections with their audience. It's not the flashy, idol-level success he initially wanted, but it's a success that feels earned and true to himself. The final scene shows them looking towards the future, hopeful and united, implying that their journey is just beginning. It's a really satisfying and realistic conclusion that celebrates finding your own path. Outro. So, my final rating for Namib is 4.5 out of 5 stars. If you love K-pop, industry dramas, compelling character studies, and stories about second chances, you are going to absolutely adore this drama. It's smart, it's emotional, and it's visually stunning. However, if you're looking for a light, fluffy rom-com with zero angst, this might not be your cup of tea, as it does delve into some heavier themes. But honestly, I think everyone should give it a try. You guys have to watch it and tell me what you think. Until next time, stay awesome and keep watching dramas. Bye.